And on the 5th day we said, let there be Super Start Select, and it was so. But lo, we grew knackered, so on the 6th day we said, let there be Sofa, and we saw that it was good.
Welcome friends to another chapter from the Good Book of Start Select. Today's reading tells of the coming of Resident Evil 6 and of jungles for Minecraft.
We're also delighted to present a little parable on the decline of the original game idea. That's courtesy of the Right Reverend Johnny Chiodini.
In our top story, Capcom's gone and announced Resident Evil 6, starring series veterans Leon Kennedy with the floppy hair and Chris Redfield with the biceps. Together at last. And it comes out as early as November 20th, the date set for its global release on X360 and PS3, with a PC version to follow. The game is set in the States and in China, as previously rumoured, 10 years after the events of Resident Evil 2. A peek at the announcement trailer, which you can watch in full on the site via the URL below, shows us Leon getting mauled by the Walking Dead in US city Tall Oaks, and Chris shooting up a Hong Kong-looking city in China. Plus new characters, helicopter crashes, explosions, and fleshy abominations in spades. Capcom R&D and marketing dude Katsuhiko Ichi says the development team, led by Hiroyuki Kobayashi, is hard at work on an experience that delivers a gripping storyline, tense single-player and co-op action, all set against a constant theme of horror. We are calling this fusion dramatic horror and are confident it will resonate with both existing fans of the series as well as newcomers. We're translating that as an action horror mix in the vein of recent Resi Evil titles that also harks back, or attempts to hark back, to the earlier games. What are your hopes for Resi 6? Hit us up in the comments.
Next, it's been confirmed that Green Jungle is, in fact, green. Lead designer of popular block-em-up Minecraft, Jeb, has said in his Twitter feed that he's currently working on a brand new biome. That is an area type for any of you Minecrafters. The new biome will be jungle flavour, complete with high canopy trees, climbable vines, breedable tame wolves, and in the not too distant future, some awesome new jungle fauna. We've got our fingers crossed for monkeys, jaguars, anacondas, Mowglis, and of course Tarzans. The preview code is available now from the Mojang website, so if you know how to jigger that into working, you can download it from the link at the bottom of your screen. Jeb also says of the update, old worlds will not get errors, but you will need a new world to get jungles, which is a bit of a bummer for people who, like us, have spent far too much time committed to one server to even think of starting again. What new additions are you hoping to see in Minecraft, or have you completely had your fill of cubic constructions? Commit your thoughts to text underneath this video.
Speaking of Resi 6, you might have noticed the abundance of numbers in your game names lately, by which we mean there are a lot of sequels. Duh.
As gamers, we've not only had plenty of those, but also reboots, remakes, and reimaginings up the yin-yang. But why? What of brand new ideas? What of original characters? What is a yin-yang?
Johnny Chiodini knows, and he'll tell you right now.
The world economy. Everyone wants to pretend it isn't, but let's be honest, it's in the toilet really, isn't it? Look, there it is. And with the economy floating about in the crapper like that, industries are being more cautious than ever. Film studios are only picking up surefire successes, also Transformers 3, investment groups are being more guarded about where they place their funds, and GameSpot is only hiring the world's best in journalistic talent. The same thing's happening in the games industry as well. The last few years have been dominated by sequels and reboots of popular franchises from the 80s. And while some of these games have been excellent, some of these games have been Duke Nukem Forever.
Shake it, baby.
So while gaming is currently one of the most exciting industries out there, it's also being stalked by a slight sense of what the French call ennui. Well, I say stalked, it's more like ennui has moved in, put up a Call of Duty poster and hidden the TV remote so nobody can change the channel. Not quite sure what I mean? Look at it this way. Here are some of the biggest releases of last year read quite fast. Little Big Planet 2, Dead Space 2, Two Worlds 2, Test Drive Unlimited 2, The Blob 2, Killzone 3, Portal 2, Infamous 2, The Witcher 2, Fear 3, Gears of War 3, Just Dance 3, Forza 4, Uncharted 3, Modern Warfare 3, Battlefield 3, Dragon Age 2, Top Spin 4, Virtua Tennis 4, Yakuza 4. Noticing a pattern? Recently, gamers have been surviving on an almost exclusively sequel-based diet, and where we haven't had straight-up sequels, we've had reimaginings and reboots, and a lot of them have been utter toss. But the key question in all of this is, why is it happening? Well, if you cast your mind back to the incredibly clever visual metaphor at the start of this feature, the economy is currently bobbing up and down in a bowl, and fun as it is, gaming is still a business. Publishers want to know whether a game is going to sell before they commit, and given the choice between a brand new product and something that's already proven its mettle on the market, they'll almost always go for a sequel, or at least something that's already a household name, even if it has been absent for over a decade. So while half the internet is stamping around like a stroppy toddler going, "I don't want another Syndicate, I liked old Syndicate with strategy in it, I hate new Syndicate," we are at least talking about it, and EA in turn will be feeling a bit more confident about the project on the whole. Basically, innovation equals risk, and there's no shortage of titles knocking about to prove it. Homefront, for instance, released at a time when a lot of gamers wouldn't get out of bed for anything other than an FPS, it managed to put them off the entire genre, and even if it did successfully predict the death of Kim Jong-il and the rise of Kim Jong-un, that's like convincing a whale it doesn't fancy being in the ocean anymore. Or how about Mirror's Edge and Brink? Anyone would have thought combining gamers' appetites for jumping over things with their lust for pointing shooty things at other things would have been pure sales dynamite. It wasn't. Then there are the games like Split Second and Blur that review really well but just don't sell, leading in both these cases to the development studios being closed by the publishers that own them. Haze, Enslaved, Shadows of the Damned, Rage, All Points Bulletin and Singularity, all of these are titles that meant well and in some cases were genuinely good, but ultimately just didn't bring home the bacon. Oh, and there was also Brutal Legend, starring professional Jack Black.
I shall now teach you of French kissing.
Now, that's not to say offering something totally new necessarily spells doom. Dead Island, Bulletstorm and LA Noire were all great successes, but then again, especially with LA Noire and Bulletstorm, these games were backed by studios with reputations for nailing the format they were going for, i.e. Grand Theft Auto and Gears of War. That's a privilege to which not every studio or publisher is treated. Oh, and Dead Island had zombies in it. So really, it should come as no surprise now that the gaming horizon is dotted with a fair few franchise reboots. We've already mentioned Syndicate, rebooting not just the gameplay as a first-person shooter, but even the main theme as a dubstep wubfest, courtesy of Skrillex. Twisted Metal's back, as is FIFA Street, and then there's XCOM, another franchise getting the first-person treatment, though it does score bonus points for bringing out another strategy title anyway. There's also a big drive in the market toward making things super realistic, like Tomb Raider with a more relatable Lara Croft, complete with some more sensible measurements as opposed to the mammary mountain she debuted with back in 1996. Icing on the cake though is SSX, reinventing itself as a snowboarding title / action-adventure game / flying squirrel simulator. What was wrong with the over-the-top whimsical fun of SSX Tricky, exactly? I'm sure it'll be perfectly good, but that's the point. It and so many other titles like it are pretty much just hedging their bets. There's nothing wrong with any of these franchises per se, it's just that after a while, constant iteration or quote-unquote reinvention gets a bit, well, samey.
Extraction complete.
The niggling thing is, these are incredibly creative people we're talking about. It's not as if some strange virus has gone around turning all AAA developers into a bunch of simpletons, incapable of conceptualizing anything if it isn't a direct sequel, but you'd be forgiven for thinking that way from time to time. So, what's to be done? Well, partly we have to just wait until publishers relax a bit and let things return to normal, but we also have to face the fact that we may never return to those halcyon days saturated with new intellectual properties, because AAA titles simply cost a whole lot more to make nowadays. Developers are playing with more money than ever before, and so the assurances have to be bigger than ever before to match. It's not like the good old days when studios would simply make major new titles and then try to get them published by someone. The AAA world is going to continue to chase a sure thing as much as possible, whether we like it or not. Future innovation in the truest sense of the word is going to come predominantly from the indie market, at least for the foreseeable. As for the rest, well, it's business as usual, really.
Call of Duty, Modern Warfare.
7!
But now I'm just about ready to get off my soapbox. How does the state of gameplay make you feel? Are you hurting for some fresh new IPs? Looking forward to the few new ones we've got coming out this year? Or would you rather just stick with what you know? Are things really stagnant, or should I just shut up and stop whining? Let us know in the comments, or hey, berate me on Twitter if you like. That's what I'm here for.
It's that point in the show where we like to take things down a notch. Things like spelling.
That's right, it's feedback time, wherein we say the words that you write about the videos that we make for you to enjoy, so we can continue to buy gold-plated jet skis. Last week saw Messrs O'Dwyer and Chiodini challenged to recreate your choice of video game heroes in Soul Calibur 5's Jazzy Character Maker.
With varying degrees of success. But it looks like GameSpot user Nodashi has already got their character figured out for the upcoming Fight Fest. I'll do what I did in Soul Calibur 4, a character resembling my Commander Shepard using Mitsurugi fighting style.
While GameSpotter Krishna V ponders the unholy union of two hugely famous video game icons in Soul Calibur's character creator. The character creation looks like fun. What would a character that resembles a mix of Kratos and Danny look like? It's something we've all pondered, Krishna 5. Terrifying.
But it's always nice to see that occasionally these videos inspire people to check the game out for themselves. People like Taha Shaikh 15. I think I will buy Soul Calibur after seeing this video. Soul Calibur, eh? Eh?
Oh, alright, go on then. This week, the Rumosaurus also said that publisher THQ might be in a spot of financial bother. Could this be the beginning of the end, we asked, to which a whole bunch of you replied, including GameSpot user and real-time strategy fan Heliquin85. Come on THQ, stay in there, I want Dawn of War 3.
While other totally reasonable, proportionate responses came from the likes of Skipper 1993. I swear to God, if Metro Last Light gets cancelled, I will hang myself. That game's release is all that keeps me going, man. Take it easy, Skipper. There's still hope for both THQ and you yet.
Hope shared by user Zed Raven, who spies the publisher's potential salvation on the horizon. Maybe Darksiders 2 could be a big enough hit to help rebound THQ. The first game was really quite awesome, and unless the sequel disappoints, there is good potential there.
But some of you just want to drain the last of THQ's lifeblood and casually dump the corpse. Gravelord Nito is one of those people. After Darksiders 2 and Dawn of War 3, they can go and sell cookies for all I care.
And finally, in response to Guy's Soper Bill protest earlier this week,
also, I'm not wearing any pants.
GameSpot user Girl Draco7 simply wants to know, was he serious when he said he wasn't wearing pants? We'll let Aminal85 answer that one for you, he knows. Guy is a real man, he never wears pants.
Ever.
Ever.
And that's the thought/mental image we want to leave you with this week. You're welcome. Thanks for joining us. We'll catch you on Monday, game fans. Yeah, up the yin yang.
What is a yin yang? Come on THQ, stay in there. I want Dawn of 3 War.
Dawn of 3.
War of Dawn 3. That's what it's called now, okay?
Yeah, Dawn
Call
of 3
THQ.
Wars, 3
Tell them I'll
separate
invest.
ones. I sort of was reading that as if there was more, like, catch you on Monday, game fans. Goodbye forever. Yeah.
Oh, see you in hell.
So I says to her, just put the knife down and we can go back to sleep and it'll be fine.
Oh hey, you're still here, all right.
Yeah, thanks for watching.
Yeah.
If you want to see more, by the way, you can just click on this button, the Start Select button.
Or over here for more from GameSpot.
And actually, if you want to watch something else, anything, we don't know what it is, click on our faces. Either one of them. Maybe mine. I don't know. We'll be here forever. They don't let us out of here, you know.